All right, so recently I've been brewing up a lot. I've been posting new decks almost every new vid, and now I'm finally done with that phase, and we're going to start honing in on the decks that I enjoy the most and that I think are the strongest. And this control deck right here is definitely one of those decks that I think is definitely at the top, and it's such a simple game plan that can absolutely obliterate other archetypes that it just makes for a pretty laid back experience. Sometimes you don't really want to think too hard. You just run a few Sunfalls, the rest of the deck doesn't matter. But I still left a lot of interesting cards in here as well. One of them is Invasion of New Phyrexia, and we still have the Celestis, which is one of my favorite cards in Standard. It has always been for control decks, the kind of the cornerstone of what gives you your edge in certain mid-range matchups or aggro matchups, allowing you to ramp and gain some life in the late game. Plus, the card selection is absolutely insane. Invasion has been pivotal to winning the game in pretty much every matchup. I think people just don't really expect you to go wide at all. So, like, especially post board, if you manage to win game one without Invasion, that's best if they don't know you have it. If they do know you have it, it doesn't really matter. But the fact that your opponent has to respect a card that can just completely dominate the board once it comes down in the mid to late game. And post board, they will usually cut their sweepers. And if they don't cut their sweepers, now that Fable's gone, there's not really an easy way to get rid of that card. For example, if you're in red in general, there aren't that many looting effects left that are as efficient as Fable. And that means that sometimes when you don't draw Invasion and they're holding on to Brotherhood's End, I mean, they're really just not developing their board, and they're giving you more time to draw cards and pull further and further ahead until eventually you'll just have your counter spell to counter that sweeper if you do play the Invasion for the win. So that is basically why this card is so good, and it has been just really, really a pleasure to play. I think the value baseline is actually quite good. Like, even if you think about this card for 4 mana, creating 2/2/2s is not bad at all. That's definitely not too bad. And at 5 mana, that's where it starts to get really interesting, where you get 3/2/2s. Now you're ahead of the curve. Then it's 6, 7, 7, etc. Then it gets better and better and better. But starting at 4, this really starts to feel like a good card, I think. And that's really, really impressive for a card with that much value. Anyways, we're just abusing Sunfall basically in this deck. I think any deck with Sunfall is probably a good deck. Just from a coin flip perspective, where you hit some matchups like enchantments, where you just cast your Sunfall and then you watch them have like one card in hand and no board state. It's a little bit overpowered. Definitely, I don't like this card design at all. I don't think it should have been printed. Exile sweepers are too strong, I think. I think most sweepers, unless you're paying like a really premium, should not be exile sweepers, especially not one that also makes a creature for yourself. Doubly punishing go wide strategies by having the creature scale off of your opponent's off of all creatures on the battlefield that get exiled, and also exiling means that it's very hard to counterplay with like death proc effects or stuff like that. We have the 3 Siphon Insights in the board, and the main reason for the transition from main deck to sideboard was because when I started playing this deck at the start of the new meta, a lot of people are playing Control, and that meant that the Siphon Insight main deck was getting a ton of value from playing Control Mirrors and giving you that huge edge in those matchups. Now, people are moving more towards creature decks, and it's a little bit more risky to play a card like Siphon Insight, which doesn't really give you that much value in those creature matchups. So now they're in the sideboard. They're still extremely impactful in some matchups, and that's why we have them in the sideboard. I've got a lockdown. I'm not a massive fan of the card because obviously we have farewell as well, ×2 total, which is a little bit risky in matchups like enchantments where you obviously want to exile everything with farewell. So I don't know. I'm not sold on this card. I have not cast it a single time. It probably could be something else. I'm not sure. That's just a wait and see slot for me. Down to 1 Disdainful Stroke. I mean, we have the Urtai Scorn anyways. It's not a huge deal to have like 4 counter magic spells, 4 hard counters. We also have Tutoress. That's been there for a while. But we have Graveyard Trespasser now and Sorin. And the reason for that was also because of control mirrors, where you can set up a game plan that is surprising to your opponent. What I mean by that is when you're on the play, usually in control mirrors, especially after game 1, your opponent is going to start cutting spot removal spells, and they're going to get extremely, extremely heavily punished if you manage to resolve a Graveyard Trespasser on turn 3, and then you just hold up counter magic. So then they can't like Wandering Emperor it, and you start swinging, swinging, swinging. Also, it eats Deluge, which is relevant. It eats Siphon Insight, which is relevant. It threatens Planeswalkers really well. So this card can become a really big problem if you manage to slam it on 3. And the fact that it is an auto 2-for-1 if they try to spot remove it is just absolutely fantastic. So that's why there's 3 Trespasers. Also, it's also for mono red, so it's doubly good because it's going to be good against the very heavy aggro decks, like the low curve aggro decks with burn, or just very low curve creature decks in general. And it's going to be good against control. So this card is just absolutely bonkers. I mean, we all know that already. Trespasser, one of the best cards in Standard, I think. Sorin is kind of for a similar purpose. It's also very good against mono red because it makes those lifelinkers, which are really annoying. And it's also really good against control because once you have Graveyard Trespasser on the board, for example, once you have Graveyard Trespasser on the board, it's really, really insane to potentially follow it up with a Sorin if they try to answer the Trespasser on their turn. But that's not all. The other reason to play a 4-drop Planeswalker like Sorin is to have a counter spell bait. What I mean by that is you will untap on turn 4 if you have either Wandering Emperor or Deluge in a control mirror. They, pass their turn basically. They play like a land, they go to your end step. You cast one of these. Let's say they have a counter spell. Well, they're probably going to want to counter Wandering Emperor at least, and maybe they don't counter Deluge, but if they don't counter Deluge, that's totally fine. But let's assume they counter your 4-mana flash card or whatever, instant speed card. Then you get to punish them with the Sorin, which starts really snowballing the game. So having that kind of 1-2 punch at instant speed to threaten counter magic is really, really insane. And that's why Sorin is definitely being really good in this deck. And I'm definitely not sad to have it. So I'm definitely considering having even more copies of Sorin. But, I can't really find the slots for now. So we'll have to wait and see. Anyways, that's going to do it for my short update on this deck. And I hope you enjoy the matches. Pretty interesting hand. Also, wait, did I just cut a white source and I didn't do the math? Wait, now I'm... Wait a second. 1, 7, 9, 12... No, it's fine. Theoretically. Still, I would rather be on a +1 than... Oh my god, I was just really unlucky. I mean, hopefully they play something I can kill, and that is just really unfortunate. I just wasted a counter spell. Not the biggest deal, I guess. Also, what could this be? Hopefully not Reanimator. Hopefully.
Feel the energy of battle, then guide it like water.
You have Edict? Main deck? Okay. Okay. I see you.
Guards, to me.
If this is Reanimation, I am so dead. But I don't think this looks... I think Trespasser main deck shouldn't be Reanimation. I could be wrong, though. Okay. Without Fable and without Bankbuster, like, the grind is definitely on my side, although... I take it back. But still, I only have like 4 Deluge, which is kind of cringe. Might have to consider playing even more card draw. Yeah, I have like 3. Oh no. Oh my god. I mean, it's not like a huge deal, I guess, since I have Mirex, but still. So I find card draw. Not gonna be going that well for me. Free card every turn. Most of their cards are not good, I would say, in this matchup, though. Yeah, that's not great. Yeah, that's also whatever. Wish I could play that. Wish I could play that. I mean, I did get a 2-for-1 there, so I'm still like keeping up, kinda. And I'm gonna be swinging for 4, so that's also reasonable. Very unfortunate though, overall, just drawing a bunch of dead things. Not my favorite. We get the Celestis down, but I feel like pressuring this Planeswalker takes priority. The one Vraska is gonna screw me so hard. Oh, they got so much value off of that. I definitely am considering adding more Planeswalker answers. And I think I'm gonna do that. I'm so sick of just losing to a random Planeswalker. It does feel pretty bad. Yeah, they should eat their own cards. Okay, theoretically that dies now. But I think they might have cut down. At least I get some value out of my own cut downs by discarding them. Ooh, that's fantastic. I can counter a removal spell, so I can get that out the way. Alright, it looks like I'm still gonna win. Again, this matchup is so favored for me that even against a Planeswalker that drew like 4 cards, I'm still in a decent position. Hopefully I don't have 2 though. Alright, now we're back to neutral, but I have 5 power on board. And I still have decent tools here. Unless they have shield red exactly now. Okay. Sunfall is just so broken. I don't know what to say. Celestis is absolutely broken as well. That is very good. That is also very good. Wait, that is giga good. Giga. There's no way they're blocking that. No chance. There's no counterplay to this Wandering Emperor. I will take 7 though, which is not my favorite thing to do.
You started this fight, but I'm going to end it. You are not much of a roadblock.
Alright, as I said, shield red can be a problem here. Because I just took 7. And it does stop my Celestis from being good here. But if they attack, I think they're in trouble because there's no way they can interact with that. Go for the Throw doesn't hit it, and Cut Down does not hit it either. And I have 2 removal spells for cheaper creatures, so the only thing that would be annoying would be like another Trespasser, something along those lines. Goodbye, Wandering Emperor.
I guess that's it then.
You did your job, and you did your job very well. Didn't have enough for Mirex, and no. Oh, you can do the math. 7. Don't count this. I already played 4. Last land came in on my turn. I need Edict. Oh, it's making me so sad that the Planeswalker nonsense is just so good against me. I need to be careful about it. I need to be very careful. Rex Arena is also actually very annoying. And for that reason, I'm considering Farewell times 1. Not my favorite thing to do. Cut down is questionable, but it's still something I can't really cut, I think. I'd say Sunfall is actually questionable as well. I guess the 3 of it's fine. Scorn. Scorn is okay. It is kind of clunky on the draw. Do that. I think Duress is valuable. Preemptively taking Planeswalkers could be extremely impactful. Also, could play Temporary Lockdown. I'm okay with this. Not my favorite, but I can't say it's too bad. So they waited 1 turn to see my hand a little bit more clearly. I'm not happy about that. I'm not happy about that. Oh, I'm very happy about that though. Risky keep for my opponent then. Void Rend over counter. Yeah. Decline. I'm working my way up here towards a big ol' invasion, which will win the game on the spot. And I can appreciate that. Yeah, I knew the moment they took Void Rend that they had that. But unfortunately for them, they did not find the land. Play with it. Now it's do or die. They either have it or they don't have it. I don't care about that.
After 1,000 years, shake down the loop, a new conquest.
Ooh, that's a dilemma. That is a dilemma. But I don't think that's worth playing over a 2/2. Doesn't seem right to me. Worst case, I just discard it.
By coin or carnage, tribute.
This is a fantastic position. Oh yeah, that is a fantastic position. Plus is fine.
Drop it.
Yeah, I don't really care about the non-creature spells at this point. That means they have another one. And they know I have that. Ooh, I have the sword that I recently added. Very, very nice. So we go 1 in that. We go 4 in this. We get tough. I go for the emblem. I don't think I care about Lily. They block that. Maybe. Do I even care about Tef though? That's a better question. Tef is not a huge deal. Not right now, at least. Never mind. I think I'm gonna do this. Yeah, that seems better to me. Who cares about Tef? Thank you for the sub, Sven Lipinski. I appreciate it. Thank you. So they're protecting Lily with cut down. Okay, sure. They kept cut down post board against me? Okay, I was like, wait, that's not possible.
This isn't how things were supposed to go.
That's not right. The Soren is huge here.
No cost is too great to quell my
That's good.
savagery.
-4 though, but still, I'll take it.
Call for dire tactics.
No, I could have kept. I could have left it on top. It's fine. I'm so far ahead. Also, one of the main reasons you wouldn't minus there is because you could sweep. It's really good when you get the surprise factor of not playing. If you win game 1 and they didn't see your invasion, they're so screwed if you draw it game 2. There's no counterplay to that in some decks post board. This becomes like really, really menacing. Tier list, yeah. Tier list is coming out this week though. Maybe, oh maybe, I don't know. Maybe Friday. Okay. I drew both my Rexes, which is not good. If I'm in a creature matchup, this is such a good hand to keep. If I'm in any other matchup, well, I don't have blue, so. Screw it. Science. Alright, I lost. Never mind. Okay, there's a creature deck. Don't like seeing Skrell because that means Thalia can come down, but I have no counterplay to it. Also, yeah, another consideration is... Yeah, another consideration is to add more answers to Thalia early game. It's fine. Still no blue, surprising. How many blue swords do I even have? Wait, is this... What is this? I thought it was Legends, but now I'm not sure. Like... No, it has to be Legends. What... Are they also playing... Planeswalkers, which would be bad for me? No, they're not. Okay. I was gonna say, if they're playing Wandering Emperor, I'm so screwed. That's fine. Interesting. Yeah, okay. I see a line here. It's interesting. I'm just gonna minus on the token, not give them any... I'm not gonna use this. I think this is more valuable. I think since I have a second Wandering Emperor as well. They do get one draw though. Actually, that was not a good play. I just feel like there's another play that was really weird there. It's go for the throw at one of the tokens. They get a minor buff, but I mean, yeah, actually that was a pretty big misplay, I think, now that I think about it. I don't like that. I don't like how I played that. Not a huge deal, I think.
I have got new moves to teach you.
Hopefully. Whoa. I'm not happy about that. Oh, they have counterspell maybe. Oh man, this is not good. Holy. I'm not happy about this. Very scuffed. Very scuffed. But, you know, can't get everything you want.
Let your blade do the talking.
I still have 2 cards I can play. Hopefully that is enough to get me back in this. But I did misplay pretty hard. That's fine. I'm scared of... Oh my god, this is not good. That is very not good.
I guess.
Drawing more blue spells.
May your blade strike.
How many blue sources do I have? 10, 18? 18 I should have at least one by now. Yeah, 18 is like super high chance. But I guess not. I mean, that's a 1-for-1 kind of. Whoa. All right. Blue acquired. Inland. Kinda. That's actually pretty good. If it doesn't die, which it honestly shouldn't. It shouldn't die here. I'm really scared of counter magic. Terrified. But you know, that's just how it is. Ooh. Well, I'm sure they have counter magic, but oh, I'm not sure discarding that was correct actually. Well, maybe. So do I do kind of interesting like how do I approach this? Because I'm definitely never casting this. I think this for 2 is pretty interesting. I start doing these types of plays. Put them in a stalemate, and then I'll go for the bigger one next turn, because then I already have board presence. I care less about it. I can even force my way into this, potentially. Wandering Emperor? No, okay, removal spell, yeah. Okay. I'm just very scared of counter spell. And Plaza is just a nightmare to deal with. Ooh! Alright. Very interesting. Very interesting. Now the game is unlocked. And I'm gonna pass. I'm gonna start with Wandering Emperor on their turn, since they're not playing the game. Alright, never mind. Well, 3. Never mind. The counterspell is so obvious. It hurts. It's so obvious that it hurts. Oh, at least I get rid of that, though. Which I'm not unhappy about. Oh, I'm so close to getting that down. Theoretically, I could do it. They counter. They lose Denick. No, I'd rather just do this now, I think. The fact that I don't have to, tricky, because I don't have untap land, which is kind of the main issue here. Still do it. Yeah, Plaza is really scary. Sure. If only I hadn't. Disappointing. Okay. Again, it's still fine. Like, even if they have another... I knew they had one make disappear. I have to hope they don't have a second one. And I guess even if they do have the second one, it's not a huge deal. Okay, and now it's a huge deal, I think. Let's see what they discard. That'll tell me a lot, I think. Okay, that must be a really good card, and it's got to be counterspell. So, but at least they lose Rafine, so the trade-off is reasonable for me. No untap land again. It's so painful not being able to. Oh, it's so painful. Double fast line is just hurting me so much. Yeah, they have it. I knew it. I knew they had one at least, and I figured after they discarded Rona, they had a second one. Yeah. I don't even have the mana to. So annoying that that's gaining value here. This card is so ridiculous. I cannot believe it's still relevant. Like, we're deep in the late game, and this thing is still countering every spell I'm playing. Oh boy. Alright, surely they're finally. I mean, there's nothing they could draw other than Urtide that would screw me so hard here. That's good though. That might be good enough. Actually, that is not good enough. Well, good luck. They either win or lose on this, so. Alright. I made it through! We survived! Okay, we're still not there yet though. Because now they have two plazas I gotta get around. One of them... I shouldn't cast that. It just gives them a flyer, which I actually is okay. Because I'm just gonna make a big invasion. And the flyer is less threatening, and then I can get the fairy. Yeah, that's fine. I could. There's also another line is not playing this and playing like Deluge and stuff, but double Deluge is pretty spicy. If they have another make disappear, nah, screw it. No way. There's just no way. I'm not playing around this third make disappear in that spot. Still scary though. I am at 7. Another shield red could put me deep in the danger zone. Want some info here. Fantastic. Counter spells perfect, and then Sunfall's perfect. Plays around the plaza and plays around top deck shield red. Difficult, very difficult playing on counter magic when I'm struggling that much. I am considering containment or lockdown, I mean. This matchup is always very weird the way it plays out. Because Trespasser could be alright as well. Like, there are a lot of things that could be very good. It depends if they're playing Thalia, but honestly, there's no way they're playing Thalia, right? There's just no... It's not possible. I mean, it is possible, maybe in the sideboard. Why is this deck called Bad Guy? I'm sure you can guess for yourself. People hate playing against control. But the better question is, do I even need like this kind of counter magic? It is very expensive. It can be very impactful, but also like it plays pretty hard into a 2 mana counter spell. I'm just gonna cut it. I feel like it's fluff. It's just not worth playing. Duress is actually pretty good in this matchup. The way they have their deck built, actually, it's fantastic in this matchup. I do need to make room for it. Very difficult actually. I think I can cut one invasion, even though it was really good. I don't think I need it in this matchup, and I'm okay with cutting Make Disappear. I think it's not a huge deal. Make Disappear for actually Make Disappear is fine. I'm just scared of Thalia still. Uh, and yeah, and the fact that it's a good song too. Both meme combination. Very good hand, but very bad mana. Very good spells, very bad mana. Like really, really good spells. Very terrible mana though. Athalia would just screw me so hard. I don't have a choice though. 27 lands, it's not like... Ooh, very slow hand for my opponent too. But if I miss land 3, it's over. That's fine. That's really good for me. Oh my god, we're both mana screwed. Please get me out of this mana screwed. I just have to win. Okay, never mind. Or they could just keep a 2-lander and I get mana screwed, they get mana screwed, but it favors me because I have so much removal. This is looking very good, but also very scary. You know me. You know me and my land draws, never consistent. You never know what's gonna happen. Ooh. Ooh, control mirror. That does not favor me in this spot. Well, I either win or lose on this anyways, so I have nothing else to do. It's either I cast this or I lose. I cast this and lose the game, or I don't cast it and I lose the game later. Yeah, this is terrible. I should not. Keeping a 2-lander. Yeah, that's over. I actually, maybe. Just really bad. Yeah, see what I mean? Like, this is why I didn't want to queue up like one more match of this. Like now I hit a control mirror and I'm gonna lose, and I'm gonna spend like 30 minutes playing this thing. Okay, we're both screwed. Very interesting. Okay, they win. Maybe they don't win. Maybe just slam this shit and then if it lives. Okay. It's literally my only option in this position, so now I have some countermeasures for Murhex, but if they have Sunfall... Oh, they didn't have land last turn. Oh, they... Yeah. Unfortunate. If they missed that land drop, I think I could have actually won that. That's what's cool about that. Is that this actually almost won me the game. But now I lose. Okay, now I don't lose.
Faced with tragedy, even observer.
But still, this screws me so hard anyways. Yeah,
Much to consider.
Wait, why did I even... Wait, why did I do that? Anybody know? I think I just assumed that was a blocker. I don't know. Interesting. Are these 2 knights gonna win me the game? Well, now I'm down 2 cards, so I don't know.
Now that is an interesting...
I'm down 2 cards and I'm down 7 damage. Not great. Definitely not great. And I don't have 3 blue, which probably is where I'm gonna lose the game here, specifically. Yeah. We'll see. There's no point in playing this. That goes back up to 3 every turn. I can never clock that down. Okay, well, post board. I got good things. I got bad things. I got very good things. I got Hull Breaker going in the lands. The mirror is so like I don't know. I really don't want to play this. It is good for me, but it's just sometimes it just lasts forever. Also have no land destruction, which might be bad. I don't know. Where's my magic water? What magic water? I have basic water, common water. Pretty alright, but not great. Decent. Like mid-game counter spell, mid-game draw spell. Well, I mean early mid-game depends. Good removal spell, early game disrupt, so it's kind of middle of the road. I was more so looking for like, it's funny, I cut one copy of Siphon Insight because I wasn't facing any control decks, and suddenly, that's not great. That's not great. They kept a lot of lands too, so if I get mana screwed somehow, we are just dead. And even here, it's actually annoying. I go for the 1-2 punch of this into this, which is fantastic. This is the main reason to play Sorin in control mirrors, that you can get sequences like this that are just absolutely backbreaking for your opponent. Wow. That is surprising. This is such a good position. Oh, that's dead. Not dead. Okay. Cool. That's totally fine. I don't know why they let that resolve, because this puts me so far ahead in terms of just resources in general. The land is huge there. Land is massive there. It's dying this time. Nope. Okay, things are looking good. The bad news is I only have one counter spell, but it is a pretty good one. And their counter magic is quickly losing value. And I have Mirax this time around, unlike them last game. Sure. Don't care about that. And actually that will allow me to play Sorin. Yeah, that's just huge. Wow, what an interesting wow, that is, man, absolutely riveting gameplay. Fantastic. I think I'm willing to cut scrutiny. It's gonna be very clunky to play. I would rather rely on Insight and Deluge. I think that's enough. Playing another counter magic allows me to stabilize a little bit earlier, potentially. Also, playing 2 invasions, I feel like it's wrong, because if I ever draw both, I think I'm screwed. No, I could go aggro. No, that's not true. The good thing about invasion is that if I find myself with 2 invasions, I'm just gonna hard force go in and try to run them out of counter magic, because they'll be forced to counter in the mid game. It is a little bit. Oof. All right, I'm keeping it. I'm keeping it because I have 1 blue. If I had 0 blue, I would not keep, but I have 2 blue. Duress on turn 2 is very interesting. Also, it is pretty good on turn 1 as well. Getting information is valuable. But then I'm gonna go turn 1. That way, if I draw a second blue source, I can cycle this. Yeah, taking this away, I think, is massive. Yeah, that is huge. Definitely cannot give them Celestis. That's like the most broken card in the matchup. Wow, that is so good. Oh, that is so good. That's why you play Siphon Insight. It breaks the control mirror pretty hard. Hey, Bellum. What? Why would they even board that in? I have so many counter spells. This is not playable. I wonder if I take it though. So there's 2 things I can do. One is grab this, which allows me to channel a cycle. I mean, but I'm still casting Siphon Insight next turn, I think. It would allow me to have a blue source on turn 4 to go Siphon into Deluge, which I think is pretty valuable. I don't think Breach is. Breach could be good. But on my side of things, it's not actually getting that much either. Kind of weird. The land is valuable, I feel like. Because it allows me to cycle the Rafine's Tower. I don't know. I really don't think that's relevant. I think even having the option of having double blue on 4 is probably more valuable than anything here. I could theoretically run them out of counter magic. Now they're just gonna deluge, which is fine. Alright. Oof. I'm so tempted. That probably means they have another counter spell, right? I'm so tempted to soar in here, but it's not right. It's just not right. It's not right, but if it works, I think I just win there. Still fine. Like I still have the 1-2 punch here that I was talking about last and match 1, was it? No, match 2. Where if they counter this, they just get screwed. I know they have another counter spell. There's no way they would let that one rip on a siphon. That's fantastic. It gives me like multiple options. Grabbing tower I think is correct. No, actually Takenuma is pretty useful. Yeah, I will play the Rafine's Tower and hold the Takenuma. I think it's better outcome here. I have counterspell, which I think I will use actually. Oh, I don't know. I actually don't know. I could just resolve Wandering Emperor, which I think is better. I'll let them choose and I'll resolve Wandering Emperor. No, I'm not going to counter. I think the counter is going to be useful when they try to go for the 7 mana deluge. Then they're going to get screwed. That's fine. Unless they 0. I'm assuming they're plussing, but if they 0, that's annoying. Okay, never mind.
I'll handle this one.
I would Sorin, but there's just no reason to when I have double. I have flexibility. Just do whatever I want here. Letting them deluge for 7 is dangerous, but also I don't care. Fantastic. And I want to say fantastic, but I'm definitely considering second Wandering Emperor. But I guess I have the second Wandering Emperor already with Takenuma, so I'm just gonna do that. I'm going to force the... Oh, they didn't. Okay, this is just so good for me.
Show them how we greet our enemies.
I was gonna Sorin, but since they didn't cast the Deluge, there's just no reason to. Do I do Mirex as an option? Yeah, I think so. I have so many lands, I don't care. The Stroke was a massive draw as well because it doesn't get countered by Make Disappear. I guess neither does the other 3 mana hard counter. They have Negate, that would be annoying, I guess, but doubt it. Good draw as well.
I take no joy.
Very good draw. That's pretty much GG.
Guards, to me.
That's why I boarded in a second Make Disappear, another Make Disappear as well. It was because I'm on the draw. I figured I would need more counter magic potentially. Wait, did I board in another Make Disappear? Yeah, I didn't. What did I cut for it? I don't remember. Fine. That's why I got the Takenuma.
Doomed.
Very good. Free Planeswalker. Oh, and I get to dodge 3 lands. That was a draw 4. That was actually a draw 4 cards. That's good game.
I have got new.
And the fact that I drew a land again. Like imagine not milling this. I have 4 lands top. Very good. Mythic? Okay. If you enjoy my content and would like to help me keep making it, consider supporting me over on Patreon, where you can access to a bunch of bonus videos, as well as other rewards depending on the tiers. And thank you so much to all the lovely patrons that are already subscribed. I appreciate it very much. And I will see you all in the next video.